It is always better to make smaller goals and stick to them than it is to make big goals and not stick to them. It is always better to make a small checklist or a small goal, the thing that you want to achieve, and do that, accomplish that, than it is to create a big, exciting thing and not do it and not follow through on it. And why is that? When we even do the smallest goal and we get our result, like say we just make the little smallest thing and we achieve that, or like got it done, check. It isn't just the result that we get. It's an identity shift. It's how we feel. It's an infusion of energy that we get. It's not about that little goal because it's like, oh, that's not exciting. That's not exciting to, whatever, work out for 20 minutes. It's not exciting to, declutter a drawer. That's not exciting. It's not about that result. It's not about getting the clients or getting the drawer done or whatever. It's like who you become. It's that you're following through. It's that you're doing the thing that you're saying you're going to do, right? It's not just that result. It's who you become. You become the person who does what you say you're going to do, who says, this is my goal, and then you do it. You're like, check, done. You become that, your identity becomes the person who shows up and makes promises to yourself and follows through. You start to trust yourself. You start to build a self-concept of that you do the things that you say you're going to do, right? It's done. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to sit and wonder, am I going to be able to do this? Am I the person who's you're like, no, I make goals. I say what I'm going to do and I do it. I stick to it. I have trust in myself. I have self-confidence. I have belief. And when you become that person, that's when you're able to make big goals and, and say, okay, now I'm going to go to, that's what I was telling her, my one client about meditating. I said, meditate 5 minutes a day. And she's like, what? That's like nothing. And I'm like, okay, if it's nothing, then do it. Because you're saying you want to meditate and you're trying to do it 20 minutes 2 times a day and you're not doing it. Do the 5 minutes and see what that feels like. See who you become when you show up every day and you meditate for 5 minutes. I said, you can always add on. And then maybe you'll say, you know what? I'm doing 10 minutes. Now I'm up to 10 minutes. Now I'm up to 20 minutes. Now I might want to do it to 2. Or you might be like, wow, this is just great with 10 minutes a day. Whatever. But you will always win becoming the person that does what they said they were going to do. Because that becomes your identity. It's how you feel. It's how you show up to life, right? Like that feels very different than being the person with this big goal that's like, oh, I didn't get to the gym today. Shoot, I didn't go to the gym for an hour today. Versus the person that's like, I'm going to put a workout on my phone or whatever, and I'm going to like bang this 20-minute, workout out consistently, like done. I'm going to do a 10-minute workout, whatever. That's how you build the self-concept and the identity to become the person that, if you want to, goes to the gym for 2 hours a day, right? Or, builds the business or declutters your home or any of the other goals that you have, right? Like we have to think smaller in order to feel differently. Because again, it's not the action and it's not the goal that makes us feel a certain way. It's the thoughts that we're thinking about ourselves. And we will always think better thoughts about ourselves. It will feel better when we're thinking the thoughts like, I got it done. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Check, check, check. I've got my own back. I show up and I get things done. So that is the power of thinking smaller. So I want to really encourage you that if you have a goal or changes that you want to make, I want your action from this episode to be, how can I make this smaller? Like if I'm not, you might be at a place where you're totally consistent and sticking to it. Okay. I'm talking about if you're not, if there's a change that you want to make or a goal or actions that you're wanting to take in your life right now in any category of your life, I want you to think, how can I make this smaller? And again, you might feel like, but that's not exciting, right? Like that doesn't excite me. But it's like my coach told me, you get through that to get to the bit, right? Like you can't get to there without getting through here, right? Like, so become the person that does this, that does what they say they're going to do. And then that's what's going to create the person that goes on to do bigger and bigger things. So that's your action. Whatever it is, that's your take home. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your life, whatever actions you want to be taking, I want you to ask yourself, it sounds counterintuitive, but how can I think smaller? How can I break this into something smaller and get that infusion and that identity, that confidence, that self-belief that will enable me to create the results, the bigger results that I want to create in my life. I promise you, it will always pay off to do the small thing. And it's not the goal, it's who you become from doing that. Okay, from taking that action. And if you want help, I have a client to get to, so I've got to jump off. If you want help, this is the work that I do with my clients. We get through everything that's keeping them in between where they are right now and where they want to be, all the results that they want to create, whether that's money, career, relationships, health, just stress, overwhelm, all of those things. Like where do they want to be and how do they want to feel? And how do we bridge that gap? All right. And this is just a taste of the things that we go through in our sessions together. So if you want help, if you are, someone who feels stuck and you're not creating the results that you want to create, I offer a free 1-hour breakthrough session. So you can get a taste of what coaching can do for you, and you can bring anything to me. Bring all of your questions, concerns, everything that is going on in your life that you wish was different. Bring it all to me, and we'll just take an hour to just focus on you and talk about where you are right now. Where do you want to be? How can we make that a reality? And you will get so much value from our session, and it's completely complimentary. Go to JacquelineEmery.com/consult, and you can schedule whatever time works for you. All right. I love you guys, and have a great rest of the week. I will talk to you soon.